Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurvita. I'm class AB 4B. Once upon a time, this was a beautiful girl called Cinderella, and she had two ugly stepsisters who were very unkid, who made her do all the hand work. She had to sweep the floors, do all the dishes, while they dressed up in fine clothes and went to lots of parties. One day, a special invitation arrived at Cinderella's house. It was from the royal palace. The king's only son was a very handsome prince was going to have a grand ball. The girl the girls were invited to come. Cinderella knew she won't be allowed to go to the ball, but the ugly sister, they were excited. They couldn't think about anything else. When the day of the ball came, they made such a fuss. Poor Cinderella had to rush about uptown and downstairs. She fixed their hair in fancy waves and curls. She helped them put on their expensive new dresses, and she arranged their jewels so as soon as they had gone, Cinderella sat down by the fire and she sighed, "Oh, I do wish I could go to the ball." The next moment, standing beside her was a lovely old lady with a silver wand in her hand. "Cinderella," she sighed, "I'm your mother, and you shall go to the ball, but first you must go into the garden and pick a golden pumpkin. Then bring me 6 matches from the mouse traps, a whisked rat from the red trap, and seek lizard. You will find the lizard behind the watering can." So Cinderella fitted a golden pumpkin, she green mesh, a wizard red sick lizard. The fairy godmother touched them with her wand, and the pumpkin became a golden torch. The mesh became a grey horse. The rat became a cockman with the most animal's mustache, and the lizard becomes a footman, dresses and green and yellow. Then the fairy godmother touched Cinderella with the wand, and her old dress became a golden dress sparkling with jewels, while on her feet was the prettiest pair of glass slipper ever seen. "Remember," said the fairy godmother, "you must leave the ball before the clock strikes 12, because at midnight the magic ends." "Thank you, fairy godmother," said Cinderella, and she eloped into the coach. When Cinderella arrived at the ball, she looked so beautiful that everyone wondered who she was, even the ugly sister. The prince, of course, seconded her to dance with him, and they danced all evening. He would not dance with anyone else. No, Cinderella was enjoying the ball so much that she forgot her fairy godmother warning until it was almost midnight, and the clock began to strike. 1, 2, 3. They hurried out of the ballroom. 4, 5, 6. As she ran down the palace steps, one of her glass slivers fell off. 7, 8, 9. She ran on toward the golden church. 10, 11, 12. Then there was Cinderella in her old dress. The golden pumpkin lay in her feet, and slumbering down the road were 6 grey mice, whisked rat, and 6 green lizards. So Cinderella had to walk home, and by the time the ugly sister returned home was sitting queerly by the fire. Now, when Cinderella ran from the palace, the prince tried to follow her, and he found the glass slipper. He said, "I saw many the beautiful girl was forfeits this slipper and only her." In the morning, the prince went from house to house with the glass slipper, and every young lady tried to squeeze her foot into it, but it didn't fit anyhow. of them. At last the prince came to Cinderella's house. First one ugly sister tried to squash her foot into the sliver, but the foot was too wet and fat. The other ugly sister tried, but her foot was too long and dim. Please, sighed Cinderella, let me try. The silver phone I feed you, sighed the ugly sister. You did know. Go to the ball. But Cinderella slivered her foot into the glass sliver and it fit perfectly. The next moment, standing beside her was the fairy godmother. She touched Cinderella with the wand, and there she was in a golden dress sparkling with jewels, and on her feet was the prettiest pair of glass slippers ever seen. The ugly sisters were so surprised that for once they couldn't think of anything to say. But the prince knew what to say. He asked Cinderella to marry him. And then there was a happy ending. Everyone who had gone to the ball was invited, even the ugly sister. There was wonderful food, lots of music and dancing. And the prince, of course, danced every dance with Cinderella. He would not dance with any anyone else.